What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Game and bringing you guys another interesting video. Now, this one, if you guys saw the pride flag that they had in between the two American flags, if you pay attention to the top portion of that pride flag, that is that nifty little tell of child sex trafficking and sex abuse and or pedophilia, we like to call it, which also coincides with Biden, considering the dude likes sniffing kids. His daughter already wrote in her dictionary, in her diary, years and years ago about how daddy did some naughty things. But of course, yeah, none of that could be proven fact. It wasn't really her diary, even though it was her handwriting, her everything. But hey, we're gonna get into this.
Bring in Kaylee McGee-White. Washington examiner.
No, it's not about that whole thing. But yep.
This is one of those circumstances, Kaylee,
Tomorrow.
where you can't help but feel like there's disparate justice under the law. Let me share, before I get you to weigh in, what South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace has to say about this. It's an interesting take on how it seems like, on the one hand, if something's happening with Joe Biden, it's a very long, slow, careful process, whereas if it's happening with Donald Trump, it's decided almost immediately. Listen to Nancy
Facts.
Mace.
When we got access to the suspicious activity reports, the day we got access to the SARS reports, Alvin Bragg indicted Trump in New York. The day that we got access to this 1023 form showing bribery between Joe Biden and Hunter Biden in Ukraine, they indict Donald Trump again. Every time the Oversight Committee has evidence of corruption.
And the funny thing is, the key word, okay? Biden's son and Biden. Why have they not indicted Biden's son yet? They can start with him. And then as soon as they impeach Biden, which they should have done that by now, with all the evidence that they got. With all the evidence they have that they got from Christopher Wray proving that Biden took bribes. He took bribes, meaning he is for sale. He should not be the president of the United States whatsoever. Now, with the fact that they haven't gone after his son yet, proves that the DOJ, FBI, all that stuff does not care about the rule of law. No. If you are a Democrat and you break the law, they don't care. They ain't gonna do shit to you. But if you're a Republican or a conservative or someone who has a different view or disagreement with that other side, the left, then you will be arrested. You will be held accountable for your deeds, and or they'll lie and just throw you in jail.
Bribery, money laundering on the Biden family. They indict Donald Trump.
All right, Kaylee, your thoughts. Is Congressman Mace right or wrong on this?
Right.
Well, Republicans are right to feel frustrated with this because it is obvious that there are two standards of justice. One for the establishment and another for everyone the establishment doesn't like.
Which sounds like communism to me.
Figure that the establishment doesn't like.
Sounds communist to me.
To the Russiagate hoax, two impeachments, two indictments, and one need not defend Trump's behavior, especially in this particular indictment that just was released, in order to point this out. The fact is that Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden have been accused of similar crimes. Joe Biden stored documents in
why haven't they gone after Hillary?
Hillary Clinton,
she's not a sitting president.
To hide the fact that
she's not even a senator.
Using a private email server to send classified information around. These are the exact same crimes, and yet Trump is the only one who has to go to a courthouse to answer for them. So it is
witch hunt. It's what it is.
In this case.
Meantime,
it's literally a fucking witch hunt, is what it is. And the funny thing is, that's not even what this whole thing is. White House accused of violating flag code with pride display. And it's more than just a pride display. It really is. A top part of that pride flag. So the original pride flag, like I have a neighbor who literally has one. And they're awesome. They're good people. But the original pride flag was just a rainbow. Right? Now, they added some extra colors into it. And those extra colors are to help support those people who love diddling children. I do not support that. No. That should not be at the White House. And then I did a video not too long ago. It should be up. But literally, they're talking about how, if Trump gets voted in, he shouldn't because, he's a criminal, he's a felon, we should impeach him. But yet, you're totally fine with having a pride flag that's also not only representing the LGBTQ people, but is also supporting people who diddle children. That is illegal. Diddling children is illegal. But yet, they ain't gonna say nothing? Really? Huh. I wonder, could they have been also a part of Jeffrey Epstein's little thing? I think so.
ABC News poll shows a plurality of people who believe that the former president should have been charged with a crime. Let me show you that. The number is a bit of a surprise.
ABC News.
48%
Fucking
yes,
dumb.
he should have been charged with a crime. But there's a second part of this I think you'll find instructive, Kaylee. That very same poll also shows a plurality that is, think the charges are in fact politically motivated. Does that make sense to you?
Because it is politically motivated.
It does,
And most of those people just don't like him because of mean tweets.
And he does tend to bring out emotions in people. So a lot of people who hate Donald Trump are going to say, yes, he should answer for these things. And yet a lot of people are also going to admit that.
Now, this is what I say. Okay, if they literally get Trump for all this stuff, right? If they get him for, having the documents, which he was legally allowed to have, and everything else, then they instantly better go after Hillary because she had documents that she should not have had when she was a senator. And not only that, she had personal documents, or she had them on her personal computer. And there was dozens of people who had access to that computer who probably could have given out that information to people for some money. And let's not forget, because of her idiocracy, she caused the death of several people overseas. Several people over her idiocracy. She should be in prison, but because she's a Clinton, they aren't going to touch her. That is a problem to me. Let's not forget the French Revolution and Marie Antoinette and all those groups of people. History is a very good lesson because if they want to keep playing these games, there's going to be some more Marie Antoinettes. There's going to be another French Revolution here in the States, if you catch my drift. History is a good thing to know, and I think it should be taught more and more.
The prosecution of him is in fact political. And the fact is that...
I'm doing a video, bro.
I'm
getting a phone call.
Back during when Hillary Clinton was accused of very similar crimes, he set the standard that she could get away with this and that she could go without facing any charges or any prosecution. So that's the question is, are we going to apply that same James Comey standard to Donald Trump, or are we going to now decide to enforce the law? This is the problem, is when you decide that the law is unimportant enough to set aside for one...
They're not even throwing violent criminals in prison. Grapists. People pushing people in front of trains and shit. But, Trump.
Justice and multiple investigations, including the investigation into Joe Biden, including the investigation into Hunter Biden. So whether or not they're going to be able to handle
the fact that they haven't even gone after Hunter Biden. Come on.
Okay, I've got about 10 seconds. I just want to get your thoughts very quickly. The administration celebrating Pride Month in the LGBTQ plus community with a display at the White House. I want to show it for the folks at home. They're being accused of violating the U.S. flag code over a Pride Month display. Basically, this display has the pride flag in the middle of it. Anyone who knows the law knows.
Okay. So, normal pride flags are these ones. Right here. You can come down. But, yeah, so these ones right here. That's the normal pride flag colors. You know what I mean? Rainbow. Okay. That's totally fine. I don't care. These colors up top. Right here. That right there. That is not the normal pride colors. Those were added in when they started, voting in the legalities of, people being able to diddle children because, I can't help the fact that I'm naturally attracted to children. It's called a lobotomy. We'll just shock the shit out of you until you don't feel those feelings no more. Because that's not right and that's not normal. It's sick. It's mental. But yeah, right here. I have an issue with that where they have that one there. They're like, oh yes, America supports this. Most Americans, like I can guarantee 99% of America does not give a shit if you're queer. If you're gay, lesbian, whatever, no one fucking cares. As long as you leave kids alone. Which this section up top is what a lot of people have an issue with. Because no one supports that. Especially parents. Shoot. Over in California, over this kind of thing right here, there was a brawl outside of a school. In California. California. Where in San Francisco was one of the very first places to vote in same-sex marriage. Fucking California. And they had a big old brawl of parents because of this right here. And I'm pretty sure it's not even just this right here. It's more of that up there. That right there. The whole diddling children thing. We don't support that shit.
You have to have the American flag in the middle in a circumstance like that, and it's to be elevated. Your quick thoughts on that before we go.
Yeah, it might seem like just a tasteless violation of flag etiquette here, but the message that the Biden administration is sending is pretty clear. This ideology runs America. It's the new state religion. And
Yeah.
Americans see this and are offended by it, not because they oppose equal rights, not because they oppose,
Exactly.
love who you love.
Yep.
It's because they see this flag and they see the destruction of women's sports and women's private spaces,
Yep.
the indoctrination of their children,
Yep.
the politicization of the medical community.
Uh-huh.
This is what happens. In California just this week, California Democrats are trying to pass a law that would criminalize parents who refuse to use their children's preferred pronouns. This is where that flag leads to, and a lot of Americans see that and recognize that.
Kaylee McGee-White, Washington Examiner. Kaylee McGee-White. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning. We'll have you back. Thanks again. I'm Steve Casey. I'm Brian.
Fucking ridiculous. Just straight out ridiculous. And of course, Biden's going to support it, mainly because, once again, Biden diddles kids. It's not proven, but the fact of the matter is that his own daughter wrote in her diary about certain things that he did to her should be well enough evidence. But of course, it does not matter. If he does it, it has to be proven in court first. But if Trump or anyone else does it, they're a criminal. They need to be thrown in prison. Which is just exactly why so many people have no faith in the justice system right now. Period. But yeah, you are loved. Biden defends transgender children's rights. Crazy, right? Go figure. But that's it for the video. I hope y'all like it. Like, share, subscribe, all that other kind of stuff. Stay free, America. Love you guys.